My 2025 year without graduate school offers, a synopsis. Today is Sunday, 9 November 2025. I'm Tanis Coralee of Seattle, and it's the 2025 year AD. And here I provide a synopsis of my 2025 year without graduate school offers, including covering progress made in my decision making of how to handle offers as well as graduate school visits. Yes, so I brought this up previously. It's something I've kind of been discussing even before this year, 2025. And so I was like, have I reached like could I actually do this? Like in kind of a, based on what I've been through in the past. So I have 0 graduate school degrees and I have 0 graduate school offers this year. So, yeah, and it's been 6.00 years, over 6.00 years I've been a stay-at-home daughter, and I've received 0 graduate school offers in the duration of that time, as well as 0 graduate school degrees. So the one here, so that I'm highlighting is my kind of, the progress made is, let's say I stop filming and 25 offers show up at the front doorstep. Okay, how am I going to handle that? The offers as well as graduate school visits. And so in the past I've been like, I've been like, let's say I get 16 offers, and I'm going to decide to go to each one. Like, I could do that. In the past, I have, in the offers that I received when I attempted a graduate school degree for the first time, I was unsuccessful. I quit with no degree. I quit back in 2019, October 2019. So I had applied to 5 institutions and received offers from 5 institutions, and I visited 5 institutions. And so I was like, you know what? Golden standard for myself. Let's say I got 25 offers, and I'm looking at the stack, I'm like, based on everything I've done, and especially like the progress I've made in my physiology research and like fine-tuning and self-experimenting, and even like, like just growing crystals and dealing with just life in general, helping with the critter, like helping then eventually, taking over and taking care of the critters, like the wildlife. My decision making has improved. So if a golden standard here in terms of like, I would be very impressed with myself if I were able to do it, is take those 25, actually read them, prioritize them. Like, and if I can't prioritize all 25, can I be like, I have like 5 groupings. Okay, put the groupings together. Do those groupings go relative to each other? Within that, can I actually order all 25? If I can, and they're like standing offers. So a standing offer is an offer that is not ever taken away unless I provide a yes or a no. And let's say each offer is like graduates, like a PhD and or a postdoc or something like that. And then going through them, I'm like, maybe like the way to do it is be like, if I can actually order them, prioritize them, go start with the first one, be like, I'm interested, could I come out for a visit? Like, and like, write or call or whatever the like communication medium is. And just work through it one by one. And if I go and I like it and it's a fit, say yes. Go to the next one. If it's like a PhD, so let's say this one's a PhD and I really like it for a PhD, then go to the next one. Be like, how many postdocs do I want to do? Be like, okay, I've said yes to this one for a PhD. Could I come out and visit for a postdoc? And they'll be like, okay, yes or no. Right? Then go. And if I like it for a postdoc, go to the next one and be like, I want to do, a PhD and 2 postdocs. The kind of thing. But so then I go out and let's say it's the same thing. So in theory, I could have as few as 3 if I did like 1 for a PhD, 1 for a postdoc, and 1 for a postdoc. And part of that is, so there's the physics, which I have a Bachelor of Science degree in geology and geophysics with a minor in mathematics. And before that, I got Associates of Arts and Science degree in mathematics, focus in mathematics. And then I have over 4 years of graduate school towards a graduate degree in geophysics at a #1 institution. So I'm not familiar and have 3 peer-reviewed journal articles published. So I'm not unfamiliar with the space, including one first author in high energy density physics. So there's a little bit of, I have physics, I have experimental work, I have my own self-experimentation with my cardiology, physiology research. So I'm like, if they include cardiology in the offer and it's like physics or something, the prioritizing of the stack might be a whole lot easier because it might be like, I'm loving that one still. So it might have been over 6.00 years since I was in the, at an institution for physics. However, my physiology has been like front and center living it. So if that's included, prioritizing is something that might actually be possible. However, I would impress myself if I could actually do it. I mean, you guys are seeing me, a new version of me that hasn't existed before this, of like being on top of things multiple times a day. Like it gets in and I'm just like rapid turnaround on everything. That's unusual for me. It was not my method of operation before my YouTubing. So I also didn't have like that as a thing. Like I did have 24/7, like as in 24 hours work shifts when I was a resident assistant. I would respond in that, but like, in a work week, weekends are not paid. So I wouldn't necessarily respond to emails. Right? That's inappropriate to ask for that anyway. So there's a little bit of that dynamic of you guys are seeing a different me because I am in charge of my own stuff and I like what I'm doing. So that's a way of saying, graduate school advisor, you better not be expecting emails from me on the weekend. Yeah. So that's my 2025 year without graduate school offers at synopsis.